All right, Gemini, thank you so very much for your patience. A little behind as usual, but we're getting there. But I do want to thank you for your patience, and just remember to, view, share to fellow Geminis, because I go by views. So whatever videos get viewed the most, I go by that order. I want to also give a quick thank you. I'm now over 200 subscribers, and I really want you guys to know I appreciate you. But without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into your reading for January 2019 for Geminis. For you Gems, see what was happening here in the past. Hope you guys have had a great start to your new year. Alright, so in the past, I see that you may have been dealing with a Leo. Actually, all these cards are reversed too, so you may have been dealing with a Leo, but maybe finding it hard in the past to keep, seeing here with that and the Queen of Wands together, really finding it hard to have like self-control. But I do see that you're getting out of that. Like whatever made you feel like you were losing your control, I see you getting out of that situation and getting out of your head, and you're done feeling stuck in whatever that situation was. It could have involved some passion, between some type of passion and your own inner strength. But in the present, you do see hope with the Star card. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. And with this specific one, it could have been an Aquarius from your past as well, but doesn't have to be. But they have this card twice in this deck, so very well could have been dealing with an Aquarius from the past. In the past, I do see you could have been dealing with a fire or air sign, so fire signs being Aries, Sagittarius, and again with a Leo, very well could be a Leo, or air sign, very well could be an Aquarius, or this could be in reference to you or another Gemini or a Libra. See another major arcana in reverse in the future with the Hierophant card. So in the future you could be dealing with Taurus, or you may have found that you could have found, and I will get clarification on that, but you could have found that you were looking up to somebody that may have not had your best interest at heart, or somebody was teaching you something or something like that, and it wasn't good information that didn't align with like the things that you value. You received information you may not value if you're dealing with the Taurus, or this, if it's in regards to a person, it could just be somebody in the future that's very, very stubborn. We'll get some clarification. What could block you is some type of conflict or a fire sign. See what an oracle card says here for But I do see you got the love card, true love and fidelity, and we have honor and good luck for your oracle cards. So not necessarily any tips, but I mean, those are definitely good oracle cards to have. All right, so let's get some clarification here on the Star card. What do you have hope about, or why do you have hope? Maybe you know that there's true love and fidelity, or that things will be going your way. Let's see. Because now we have the Queen of Wands upright. So you have hope now, because whereas in the past your Queen of Wands was in reverse, now it's upright. So you do find that you're able to, you know, get your point across, and like you can still be the gentle, kind person you are without having to be so assertive, or going about things a certain type of way that you would have handled differently in the past. You have more self-control. We got the eight of Pentacles. So you've been working hard, and you have hope now, because you've been able to feel like a kid again, and, you know, be on that grind and have that control. So it's like you have the best of both worlds here. You could also feel like a kid again because somebody came back from the past. This is general, so that might not be for everybody, but I really just see that you're being able to be like yourself and have fun. In the future, you got the Strength in reversed again. So I don't know, somebody that you look up to. Teaches you or tells you something. Because, okay, the Hierophant upright basically is, it could be a Taurus. Or this could be somebody, like if it was upright, this is somebody you look up to. This is a teacher, this is somebody who teaches you something. Like this could be a mentor, like some type of leader or something. Some type of leader that you have. With it in reverse, this could still be that type of person, but not in a positive light. So like there's somebody who you might look up to, or that's a leader around you, or something of that sort. Somebody above you in some way that maybe you don't have respect for. So it could just be about you don't have respect for them, because we have the Strength in reverse card. So that's almost like you go back to like losing your cool. Or you could feel disappointed if it's somebody that you looked up to. You could feel disappointed, and it could have you questioning things. But I just see like you don't have control anymore because of some type of leadership or somebody you looked up to. So I would say what's blocking you is conflict. So maybe it's about, maybe if that's, I see regardless whether what's blocking you. I guess if you weren't trying to lose your cool, you could try to avoid, like what's blocking you is that conflict. So either way, you may bump heads in somebody, but to avoid this Strength in reverse that you already had in the past, this may be a matter of like, okay, yeah, you might be frustrated, but try not to get into conflict, because this is what could be blocking you. Try not to get into conflict, because that's what makes you lose who you are and your power. So it's like, okay, find a different way to go about it than conflict, basically, is what that is saying. Go through these really quick. I still have a few card readings to do, so I want to make sure I get through all of them. So the major cards I see come out, we got 2 Strength cards. So it very well could be dealing with a Leo. We have Aquarius and Taurus. I mean, otherwise we do have every type of element here, so you could really be dealing with anybody, but those are the cards that stick out the most. especially with the Strength coming out twice. So there's a focus on like self-control and maybe learning how to let things go. Like really it feels like with the Future and what's blocking you, it's like, okay, you don't have to pick every battle. So just kind of deciding, okay, like what can I let go? I see life changes in the past, present, and the future. So I feel like you're coming into something new. You're becoming a new person. But I feel like if you get into conflict, it's gonna. I mean, everyone gets their little tips every now and then. You know what I mean? But if you get into like some type of huge conflict, I feel like that will hinder you from this like person that you're trying to become. I love how we had the Queen of Swords twice, but you know, at least that ended up upright. So that's progress from the past to the present. And I feel like pretty soon, like there's going to be a highlight in regards to your relationship. So, whether that's like a partnership, like somebody you work with, or a relationship, somebody you've been talking to, or maybe a new love will come in the future with the true love and fidelity. And I like the honor and good luck, which gives me optimism that let's see. Because I feel like you do feel some sort of like blockage in the future with these cards being in reverse. Just like you did in the past, there was a lot of frustration. At least right now, I see everything upright. So right now, you should be doing actually really good. Okay, what's blocking you? Yeah, so I just feel like you're going to be going through some tough times in the future. I just think it's really a matter of like how you handle it, really. And don't let nobody take your strength. And be creative in like how you handle the situation. I do feel like you need to stand up for yourself in some way. Because what's blocking is a 7 of Wands. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get this very, very clear. So what's blocking you? The 7 of Wands. So yeah, just make sure basically in the future, if you're having some types of problems with the Taurus or some type of leadership or someone you look up to, it doesn't have to be professional. This could be somebody you look up to just in general. Just don't let them take your power from you. Sometimes it's like a matter of like, okay, letting go, like, and figuring out like maybe you don't have to deal with that type of person anymore either. Or it's either that or letting go of the situation. Because right now, in the future, I see a lot of frustration. So it'll be easy to get into conflict, but it's more about maintaining your strength and who you are. Right now, you have hope, and you should carry that forward because, again, you have true love and fidelity and honor and good luck in the future. Yeah, I mean, I see good things. At least right now, you're doing good, right? So I would just say keep that hope. know that, you know, your oracle cards, those are very, very positive. But I see the Strength again in the Queen of Wands, like each of those two cards twice. So just keep, that seems like the highlight is really keeping your strength, because it's like you got your Queen of Wands upright and you found that balance. Your outward, like the way you project yourself, that type of balance, but like inwardly, like that balance that you have inside, that's where I see the work that needs to be done, and that may be tested in the future as well. But I mean, again, focus on that true love and good luck. That's what I see. So perfect. All right. Well, that's what I have for you guys here. I have for you guys. So thank you guys so much. Again, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys next month.